wherever you may be. Surprise, we're back. It is time once again for the Champion Brothers ChampCast, Bubba's Big Broadcast, or
Let's talk some Southern gospel. What do you
indeed,
think?
let's do just that. Look, right where's Neal?
And there's Chris.
We got all kind of new things we're trying out this evening, but we just wanted to pop on
Wow.
for just a little bit and tell you about an event that is coming real soon, as in, well, not after next, but almost. Not after next.
Yeah, there you go. Not after next. That's right.
Tell them about it.
We have got a top-notch quartet. Of course, that's all we've brought to the area is top-notch groups. But this quartet right here is really doing fine these days, the last few years. And I'm tickled that we got to bring them to Fayette. The Down East Boys from Reidsville, North Carolina are coming to Fayette, Alabama to the Fayette Civic Center this coming Saturday night, which is July the 25th. We'll start at 6 p.m. like we usually do. Doors open about 5. Won't cost you to get in, but come and enjoy and worship with us. You'll hear a little Faithful Friends, you'll hear a little Chosen Witness, and you'll hear a whole lot of the Down East Boys. So I promise you, you will not regret coming. If you miss it, you will hear about what a good time you missed. So come and be with us.
Indeed. And we would be remiss if we did not address, if you have been around the Southern Gospel world for the last week or so, you may be aware that Brandon Berry, the bass singer for the Down East Boys, had a medical episode, I think about a week or so ago, or a little over a week, or a little under a week ago, as he was going to meet the bus for last weekend's dates. And pretty serious situation, but the last update that we saw from Ricky Carden of the Down East Boys was that Brandon is making some improvement, and we praise God for that. But just remember to keep Brandon in your prayers. But Ricky has let us know that, yes, the Down East Boys are still coming to Fayette, Alabama this Saturday night. Don't know what the configuration will be. Just come on. You'll be surprised. But I can guarantee you it's going to be some good singing. So make your
For
plans
sure.
to be with us this Saturday night at 6 o'clock at the Fayette Civic Center.
That's right.
So what you got picked out for us? Or do we have a theme? Or
Well, the last time we was together, I was just playing some good old quartet music, some that I felt like defined 4-part harmony quartet music, and so I still kind of had the quartets on my mind, and there's not really a theme other than it's some more good quartet singing, I think. And a little bit of history. We're going to start out with an old one. This one was from in the 1950s. I came across, of course, at a thrift store, a 78 single of the Blackwood Brothers Quartet from way back in the day, and it was actually in fairly good condition. Now, when you play it, you'll be able to see, yeah, that's an old record, and it's a lot better than it originally was, because digital audio is something else, and software is something else. I mean, even to the point of, I don't have a way to play a 78 record,
yeah,
but I can play it on my 33 and a third and turn the volume down, because it don't sound too good when you're playing it that slow. But that captures it digitally, and guess what? It's just a whole bunch of zeros and ones in. That's all the digital stuff is, so you can manipulate those. So I can go in there and say, hey, change the speed on that from 33 and a third RPM to 78 RPM, and it does it, and bam, there it is, just like it was originally
I
supposed
never thought
to be.
about that, but I didn't realize that was a plug-in on somewhere or something that you could do that. But yeah, it makes perfect
Absolutely.
sense.
All it's doing is changing O's and ones, and so that's how this got here to this case, to this point. A song from 1950 something. I did research several places and all, and everywhere it just said from the 50s. And I couldn't find any solid year of it. But I also thought about, and I'm talking a lot, and I know we're going to be a little shorter tonight, but let me get this in. When you see one of these 78 singles, of course a single has got 2 songs on it. I always was confused by that with 45s. Singles had 2 songs. But anyway, 78 singles at one side and another side. And it's not like an album that, this record has a title. It's just 2 songs with titles. So how do you refer to it if you're, like in my case, cataloging this record? It's usually the title of the album and, and then the songs. And so anyway, we're going to call this one 118278, because 1182 was the catalog number printed on this record.
Yeah.
So in my thing, this album is called 118278 because it's a 78 record. And what a great song that it, when I think of this song, Jonathan Sawyer is who pops in my mind because
Yep.
he can flat do a good job, as I heard him many times do with the Melody Boys Quartet. But this is where he originally got the song, was from the Blackwood Brothers. And I want us to play it right now, Robe of Calvary.
Kings wear robes of gold and velvet, and their glory fades away. But the King of kings in heaven wore a homespun robe that day. Soldiers gambling for his garden, while the sun turned dark above. But the men who crucified him were forgiven by his love. His robe is robe, the robe of Calvary, was born by my Redeemer, who lives eternally. Those who saw his robe in torment, if they live by sin and fraud, but if they renounce their evil, they were welcomed by the Lord. It was woven by his mother, blessed faith in every thread. He who wore it lives forever. He has risen from the dead. His robe is robe, the robe of Calvary, was worn by my Redeemer, who lives eternally.
The Blackwood Brothers and Robe of Calvary on the Champion Brothers broadcast. Oh, look, Bubba's going to show you what the real record looks like.
Show and tell. There's the 78. For all those trivia people, there is side A. We played side B. I want to be more like Jesus was
Oh,
side
yes.
A of that 78.
No back game. I want to be more like Jesus.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
I don't do near as good of a James Blackwood impersonation as Andrew Ishii does, but
He does a good one.
oh,
I think
yes.
I've heard him. Okay.
Yep.
I believe him.
Reminiscing tonight about some good quartet singings. Now, talking about
Indeed.
reminiscing in quartets,
Yeah.
this is kind of a little bit of a side street here, but you know, the Facebook memories are, you know, both kind and cruel sometimes.
Right. Yes.
But while that song was playing and I was checking and making sure the live stream was going out there, had a notification of my memories for today. So I went and looked at it. 9 years ago today, on July 22nd of 2017, and I'm looking down here to read it. I said, following up on the post about the singing deal, Ken Cook, Johnny Duran, and I will be singing tomorrow at Mount Hebron Baptist Church in Akron. It'll be our first singing together after just 3 practices. We talked about a name, but haven't had settled on one yet. Any suggestions? So
Wow.
tomorrow, if you're scoring at home, the 23rd day of July will be the 9th anniversary of Faithful Friends.
That's
And
pretty
in
cool.
that comment section, let me make sure and double check and make sure I'm right about this. But Loretta Champion, her recommendation was Faithful Friends. So we can thank Loretta for naming our group.
There you go. Wow.
Well, thank you, Loretta. I appreciate that.
Memories, memories.
But yeah, that was, we started out as a trio. About a year and a half or so later, we added Randy Pennington. And then Johnny Duran got his promotion to glory about 3 years ago. And Brad Shackelford's been sitting in with us since. And you were kind enough, Neal, to be there in the interim. And we're just keeping on. So.
And doing a
Had
mighty
one
fine
last
job.
Sunday, got one this Sunday, but Saturday night's the one we're really excited about right now. Not that we're not excited about any time we get to go sing, but
Right.
and I didn't do this at the beginning, and I should have because we always do this. But we'd appreciate it if you drop a comment in and let us know that you have stopped by tonight, even if it's just hey or hi or something like that. Just let us know.
Yeah.
We sure would appreciate that a whole lot. Like Robert Mallory said, "Good evening, brothers."
Yep.
Roy Sutherland, our new friend, or my new friend that I hadn't got to meet yet, said he had a wonderful week with his brothers. He's back in California now, and glad I got your program. So
Yeah,
thank you, Roy,
Roy's.
for watching us out there in California. Look
Yep.
here, I just mentioned him. Brad Shackelford says,
There
"Evening,
he is.
boys." Rachel Bain says, "Good evening, y'all." And look here, watch this. Robbie Maxwell said, "I just stopped by on my way to the kitchen."
Oh, okay. That's a different
I
song
thought
than
you was
what I
going
know.
all Kingsman on us there for a second. But anyway, hey,
Hey,
Robbie,
Robbie.
thank you for stopping by today.
Yeah.
We appreciate that a whole bunch. We
Talking
are
about
kinda-
Roy,
Go
Roy
ahead.
Sutherland,
Yeah.
he's the brother of Randall Sutherland that sings with Chosen Witness, and he and Randall and three of his brothers got together last weekend.
Yeah.
And did some great singing at a nursing home and then somewhere else, I think, because I saw some videos that were shared, and that's, hey, you want to hear some tight harmony? Listen to four brothers singing harmony
Oh, yes.
like they did. So, yeah, it was definitely good stuff to hear the Sutherlands.
Well, speaking of family harmony,
Yeah, speaking of just that, we don't do a lot of tooting our own horn, but we know a lot of people watch these. When we first started, we just started talking about our memories growing up in gospel music around, and us singing with our dad and other groups in the area and all. And I just pulled one out of the hat tonight. This was recorded live, so picture the little cassette recorder that somebody mashed play record on and set it. Looked like it was probably set pretty close to the drums and the bass amp by the sound that we got. But that's how this one was recorded at Sulphur Springs Free Will Baptist in Northport. And this was in 1986. You realize how many years ago that was?
too many.
40 years ago, this was recorded.
Wow.
This is a song the Bama Boys did. Chris and I, our dad Joe, and Avon Rushton singing bass. I think Mr. Chris Locke was playing piano. And probably Jimmy Thomas playing drums, I think. Jimmy or Scott won, 86. I think that would have been Jimmy, I believe. But anyway, want to share it with you. A great classic Kingsman song that I love. And Chris Avon does a great job on the second verse. Chris does a good job of leading. Let's listen to Empty Vessel.
As my feet walk through dry, barren places, and my soul has felt no
Boys music from 1986, and our take of Empty Vessel. He wouldn't say it, so I will. The tenor singer and the bass player was pretty awesome on that one, too. So.
Boy, he was stretched out, let me tell you.
Oh, and Robbie said that that was one of the first songs that they sung way back in the day. There
Wow.
it is. Way
Okay.
back when we started singing.
40 years or more?
Yeah, at least. So, good stuff.
Yep, indeed.
But we wanted to tell you about a singing that's coming up real soon, as in this Saturday night. Right there it is.
Yep.
The Champion Brothers are bringing it back to the Fayette Civic Center right there in downtown Fayette, Alabama, this Saturday night, July 25th, starting at 6 p.m. We'll open the doors at 5 or whenever we feel like it. Y'all just come on in. No admission charge. A love offering will be received, or a like offering, or a hate offering, or whatever.
Come on now.
We're going to take
A
up an
generous
offering.
offering.
Yes, we'd appreciate it if y'all would help us out a little bit. But come and see the Down East Boys. I don't know if we're supposed to say this or not, but it's our show. We can say whatever we want to till they kick us off.
Yeah.
They're going to have a #1 song here before too much longer.
They are. Ricky announced it on Facebook. So,
Yeah.
yeah, for the month of, I believe, September, because this stuff is done ahead of time.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, their latest single, Preach Jesus, is going to be #1 in the country, singing news chart. Yeah,
There you
excited
go.
for them.
You want to see the folks with the upcoming #1 song? Come on and see the Down East Boys this Saturday night at the Fayette Civic Center. We would love to see you there. Chosen Witness will sing, Faithful Friends will sing, and then the Down East Boys will do a whole lot of singing. So just come on and be with us. It's going to be a great night, and we want to see you there too.
Indeed.
Let's
Indeed.
just play some Down East Boys music, you want to?
Let's do that, man. From one of their latest albums, this is just a solid quartet song. Sound like it had come straight out of one of the convention books. I mean, just a straight sing it, lay it down quartet song. Let's listen to the Down East Boys singing "Journey to His Throne."
I went down to an old-time altar. I got up a new man. I left that road that was paved with heartache, bound for a heavenly land. I made a right turn on the grand old highway, started looking ahead. I found this road to be better than my way, walking where Jesus led. And now I follow every day, heading down the Lordland way, until we reach our home, that shining home. I left behind the sin and shame when I called upon His name. When I started on this journey to His throne, His heavenly throne. Over mountains high, through deepest valleys, I keep traveling on with the one who loves and goes before me. He will never leave me alone. When I can't find a friend who will stand beside me, share the burden I bear, I trust in the one who protects and guides me. Jesus is always there. And now I follow every day, headed down the Lordland way, until we reach our home, that shining home. I left behind the sin and shame, but I called upon His name. When I started on this journey to His throne. And now I follow every day, headed down the Lordland way, until we reach our home, that shining home. The sin and shame, when I called upon His name. When I started on this journey to His throne. The sin and shame, when I called upon His name. When I started on this journey to His throne. When I started on this journey to His throne.
That's the Down East Boys. and Journey to His Throne here on the Champion Brothers broadcast this evening. They are coming to the Fayette Civic Center this Saturday night, July 25th at 6 p.m., and we sure do want to see you there.
We do. Please come and enjoy.
Look here. Miss Carol Duran says, hey, guys, miss
Hey,
y'all. Miss
Carol.
you too, Miss Carol. Thank you for dropping by and joining us tonight. We were just talking about the birth of Faithful Friends, officially 9 years ago tomorrow.
Wow.
Some mighty good times and some mighty good songs that Johnny Duran left us. We did one this past Sunday when we sang that we used to do almost every single singing that we did that Johnny wrote. Do what? Yeah. And we let Johnny sing it. We've got a version of it with Johnny singing. So Johnny's still singing with Faithful Friends.
The
from time
flowers
to
still
time.
bloom.
And
Wow.
we did that, and Johnny sang the verses on it and brought back a lot of great memories. We miss him terribly.
Indeed.
But we're talking about some quartet singing tonight. What you got picked out for us next? Oh, I like this one. I cheated and looked at the list.
Yeah, this one right here is now, if you know, everybody has to put groups in boxes. So if you put this group in a box, they're a bluegrass group. But
Ain't nothing wrong with
they
that.
do
said
some
Bouchard.
fine gospel singing. And usually when they do a gospel song, it's a quartet gospel song. And this is a classic song arrangement as the Statler Brothers did it, because they've definitely paid tribute to a lot of the Statler Brothers songs and their arrangements and carrying them on. And this is one of those. So let's listen from the gospel side of Daly and Vincent. Let's listen to Daly and Vincent. Fourth Man in the Fire.
Here is a story from the good book we know, a story about a miracle that happened long ago. We hope that you'll take courage when temptation you meet. There's somebody watching you who's strong when you're weak. They held on to the will of God, so we are told. They would not bow their knees to the idol made of gold. They were protected by the fourth man in the fire. They wouldn't bend, they wouldn't bow, they wouldn't burn. Now the prophet Daniel tells about three men who walked with God. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego before the wicked king they stood. And the king commanded them bound and thrown into the fiery furnace that day. But the fire was so hot that the men were slain that forced them on their way. When the three were cast in and the king rose up to witness this awful fate, he began to tremble at what he saw. In astonished tones he spake, did we not cast three men bound into the midst of that fire? For lo, I see four men unhurt, unbound, and walking down there. And there's Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego before the fiery coals they trod. And the form of the fourth man that I see is like the Son of God. They held on to the will of God, so we are told. They would not bow their knees to the idol made of gold. They were protected by the fourth man in the fire. They wouldn't bend, they wouldn't bow, they wouldn't burn. They held on to the will of God, so we are told. They would not bow their knees to the idol made of gold. They were protected by the fourth man in the fire. They wouldn't bend, they wouldn't bow, they wouldn't burn. They held on to the will of God, so we are told. They would not bow their knees to the idol made of gold. They were protected by the fourth man in the fire. They wouldn't bend, they wouldn't bow, they wouldn't burn.
Daly and Vincent and the fourth man in the fire. Only thing wrong with that song is it ain't long enough.
It is a pretty quick one. I believe that was Christian Davis singing bass on there with them.
Yep. Fine job on that Statler Brothers classic. Well, a whole bunch of folks recorded it over years. You seen the Gaither video where Tim Lovelace is trying to
Oh, that's a
stumble
great
his
one.
way through it.
On the Joy and the Count video. Yep, that's one of my
Yep.
favorites. Yep.
Yep, indeed.
Hey, let me get this announcement in right quick.
Okay.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Okay, now we can go ahead.
All right. We got one more, and one of the reasons it's my fault that we have an abbreviated version tonight is that we've done the acting stuff and musical stuff and all that. Eli is taking part on stage, and I'm kind of helping out behind the scenes. They're doing The Prince of Egypt. I don't know if you've seen that Disney animated version, but this is the live stage musical version, and it's basically the story of Moses and the Exodus and all that, and they're doing some really neat things in telling that story in this musical. But They are starting tonight with the final dress rehearsal, and then it runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So obviously I won't be there Saturday night because I'm going to be in Fayette where you should be. But go, if you have it on those other times, to the Fayette Civic Center and see the Down East Boys this Saturday night. But if you have a chance either tomorrow night or Friday night or Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock, you could just have you a big gospel day of stuff. You could go see the musical story of Moses and Exodus at 2 o'clock, and then when that's over, come on down to Fayette the singing and hear some more good Jesus music with the Down East Boys and Chosen Witness and Faithful Friends. And then they're also doing it Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. So I needed to get that plug in for my boy's sake because he's playing Aaron in the Prince of Egypt. So I'm supposed to be checking in with them up there and helping them out with some stuff. So that's the reason I got to run here just a little bit. Want to clear that up.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, but we got one more song to play, and it's
we do.
And I'm the one rambling, but
Go ahead.
a couple of years ago on the Real Southern Gospel, I was doing the Champ's Favorite show, and one of my guests was Gerald Williams of the Melody Boys Quartet, and always one of my favorite people and one of my favorite bass singers. And this song and this version was on his list of favorites. And I remember filing that away and it was like, oh, look, there's the record. We're talking about the Statesman Quartet.
Yes, we are.
And we're going to play Bowed on My Knees and Cried Holy. What's the flip side of that one of 10/27/78?
Yeah, in 1950s. Well, if you had to guess one song, what would you guess?
Well, if it's Statesman,
Probably
it'd be
that one.
Getaway Jordan.
There you go. That's the A side of that record. Yep. Another one of them 78s. That was those two were right together at a thrift store.
Wow.
Both of those records in really good shape, based on their age. But yeah, in our prime time with gospel music, everybody remembers the Singing Americans live version of Michael English singing this song. But hey, let's go all the way back and let's hear this one from the 1950s. From the Statesmen themselves.
I dreamed of that city called Glory, so bright and so fair. When I entered the gate, I cried, holy. The angels all met me there. They carried me from mansion to mansion, and oh, the sights I saw. But I said, I want to see Jesus, the one who died for all. I thought when I saw my dear Savior, well, glory to God. I just fell right down before him, saying, praise be the name of the Lord. I bowed down and worshiped Jehovah, my friend of Calvary. For I wanted to give praise to Jesus for saving a sinner like me. Then I bowed on my knees and cried, holy, cried holy, holy, cried holy, cried holy, cried holy. I clapped my hands and sang glory, glory to the Son of God.
Unmistakable sounds of the Statesman Quartet and Bow on My Knees and Cry Holy. Can you put that up there just a second? I'm sorry. I want
Certainly
something
can.
that was interesting to me about that
I
record.
know
The
what it
Statesman
probably
Quartet featuring Jay Kess and Hovey Lister with Hovey Lister at the piano.
Isn't that something?
Reckon
that
who
was
ran that group?
Yeah. Or maybe who was the most noticeable names at that time or something.
Yeah. And during the song, all four members sung a at least one solo line. I thought was pretty neat.
Yep.
I'm
Very
sorry, I
neat.
had to sneeze, so I was able to mute and turn my camera off so y'all wouldn't see that. So anyway, but I thought that was neat.
It is.
It's featuring ChampCast and Hovey Lister with Hovey Lister at the piano,
That's right.
but he didn't sing none of it. So.
Yeah. Mighty interesting.
But I thought that was pretty cool.
It is. It is. It is.
So one more time, tell them about it.
Yeah. This coming Saturday night. Now, Sunday or Friday or Thursday or all them other times, y'all need to go see the Prince of Egypt in Winfield.
Thank you.
But Saturday night, you need to come to
Yes.
Fayette, Alabama, to the Fayette Civic Center, because you
Come
get to
on.
hear the Down East Boys live and in living color in person. 6 o'clock is when we'll start. It won't cost you to get in, just like it always does not. We will give you the chance to support so that we can keep having these. But just come and bring a load with you, and you will have a good time. The Lord will be uplifted. I've never heard Down East Boys sing when he wasn't. He's the center. He's what the music is all about, the Lord Jesus. So come and enjoy with us. You get to hear Little Faithful Friends and Chosen Witness also, but a whole lot of the Down East Boys from Reedsville, North Carolina. So come and enjoy.
Yep. So
And I
thank
think-
y'all for stopping by and visiting with us tonight. I think we got caught up on all the comments. And if you're watching this later, as a lot of you tell us that you do, we appreciate that a whole bunch. But just put that sticky note on your refrigerator that you're going to come to the Fayette Civic Center Saturday night and see the Down East Boys. And then a week or so after we get done with this one, we'll start telling you about the next one. Unless
That's
you
right.
want to do it now. I don't.
That's no, that's all right. But we got more coming. We got another one in Vernon, and we got another one. Going to wrap the year up with a double header. Got two groups coming to Fayette, besides Faithful Friends and Chosen Witness. So
There you go.
check back with us. We'll be telling you all about it.
Absolutely. So thank y'all for stopping by and visiting with us, and we appreciate that a whole bunch. Hope to see you Saturday night. And then until then, on the Champion Brothers broadcast, we'll see you whenever next time is. Good night, everybody.